Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded right around the 8. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews His second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Willis with it on 3rd and 1.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Willis now off play action.
On the move, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sutton. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
On 2nd down now, it's Sutton, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
Right side and caught by Kohler.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On 1st down, Butler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 6. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Flushed out right. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Marcus Williams getting the sack from the secondary. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On second down, here's Henry. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Henry. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
But they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Going on fourth down, here's Willis.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They go play action with Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Jackson on first down. Right side complete to Butler. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Willis looking to throw on first down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Eric Kendricks from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll send Brown in motion right. On second down, it's Butler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay.
From 10 yards out.
And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Butler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 68 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown. 52 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in at the goal line. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Willis rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll look to throw again. Under pitch, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Kendricks getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught right side. It's Butler. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Butler. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First and 10 now, Willis and the Titans.
At their own 15.
On 1st down, Willis.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Now Willis on 3rd down.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
Ready, ready. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
70 Timberwolves.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Willis.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because
And it's a Titans touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 29 yards. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
He's got a man, complete, 20.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run on first down. Butler, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with career touchdown number 70.
And the Ravens are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming at it.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson out to his left.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Butler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Butler.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. Butler, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Jeanette, Cougar 19. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Come on. Set. Crack all 80. Ready.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Complete. It's Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
All day, defense, all day. Mike six.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Cougar 19.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to it. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
To try again after the sack, Willis. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
One final try for Willis. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.